Hello, my name is Isla Noble, and I will be speaking on homelessness and the cause of homelessness and how we as a society can maybe help and stop all this homelessness that is increasing on a yearly basis. Every year it increases by 10% of the year before, based on the U.S. Department of Housing. And imagine yourself being out homeless on a cold night, not having friends, not having family, no one to turn to. Or imagine being a mother or a father with a family living in your car or living on the streets with no one to turn to, no money, no job, and not knowing where to go from there. That is one of the leading causes that we have here, is families not being able to afford to live in apartments or houses even, or whatever it is, because most people that are experiencing this are in poverty. So I will be talking about what causes homelessness, and how we can maybe help as a society in clearing up all this homeless stuff that's going on, and all the things that happen in the streets that people just walk by, and we see it all happening. I mean, me, myself, I see someone holding a sign, I just walk by. Most of the time I may give a few bucks here or there, but we walk by and we forget about those people until we see the next person with the sign that needs help, or is asking for food, or is asking to even work just to make some money. The first thing that we all think is, that's not our problem. We have our own families to worry about. Why don't those people just go out and get a job? Well, it's not that easy. After reading and researching all of this stuff for this speech and for this class, I have realized that it's really not as easy as we think, and it's not what they want. Obviously, they want to be normal, they want to have a normal life and not be in the position that they're in, but circumstances in their lives brought them to where they are. So the total people that are homeless in the U.S. right now that are accounted for are over 500,000 people. 33% of those people are families with children. Now imagine you being on the street with your children. I couldn't even imagine being on the street with my child and not having anyone to turn to. Most of these kids don't go to school when they are homeless. And if they do go to school, they're missing school. Usually they're getting into trouble because they're trying to figure out a way to live and survive. Also, 33% of the people that are homeless are living with a mental illness. So all these people need help, and I feel as a society we can all help if we all came together and just did a little bit and gave a little bit forward to help these people get out of what they're in. But out of those 552,000 homeless people, to be exact, to have 33% of them be families and children, obviously parents don't want their kids to be on the street. So we need to educate ourselves and really understand where these people are coming from. The three major causes of being on the street for people is poverty. A lot of people, I live in California, a lot of people can't afford to live in California. Many people are living in poverty. For people, the poverty line right now is $25,000 for a household of four. Well, in California, you can't find anything to rent under you're paying about $25,000 in rent a year. So housing affordability is what's making a lot of people homeless. Poverty is also obviously goes with that and is making people homeless. Another major factor is mental illness. People that are mentally ill are not getting the treatment and the help that they need in order to live a normal life like we live. So if they're not getting treated, a lot of those people that have mental illness, like I said, it's 33% of the homeless population. And most of those people that have those mental illnesses struggle from schizophrenia and bipolar disorder and things like that. So obviously those are treatable diseases, and those people need medicine. And if they were on medicine, there's a huge possibility that those people can be normal and live a normal life and retain a job and all those types of things like that. So, so going back to what people always say, well, it's not my problem. Well, what if we made it our problem? What if we helped? What if we came together as a society and we helped these people get out of the hole that they're in, because they're also depressed. They don't feel good about where they're at. They don't want to be where they're at. It's just where life took them and brought them. So a few ways of how we can really help as a society is we can donate our time. A lot of us, we have careers, we have different trades that we're great at. We can donate our time in teaching people those things. Anyone in the medical field, like my husband's in the medical field, he can help in helping people, talk about their illnesses or mental illnesses, things like that. Can donate his time to maybe shelters if they have nurses on staff or doctors on staff. That would also be a huge help. That way these people don't have to worry about medical bills after they do get out of their situation that they're in. One main factor is don't judge. We need to stop judging these people. We need to help these people get out of where they're at. The first thing that we all do is judge, and it just happens naturally. I'm guilty of it. I'm sure everyone's guilty of it. And some of these people, you don't know where they came from. Maybe they're not educated. Maybe they don't know how to get around. Maybe they don't know how to use a computer. The first step that we could take is helping these people use a computer, fill out applications, teach them how they can pass interviews and start their lives over and get a job to where they can feel great about themselves and also provide for themselves. So those are some causes, and those are some resolutions that we can help with if we come together as a society, but it will take all of us to do that. And imagine if one family helps one homeless person a year. That will clear up our problem within 6 months. So that's something we all should think about and really put some thought towards. What if you were on the street, and what if you needed that help? Thanks for listening.